Hello Billy! Comment ça va? On est en attente de ton mari à l'heure actuelle, voilà. Tranquille, et bah écoute, tant mieux. Tant mieux, tant mieux. Moi ça va mieux que la dernière fois. En fait, pendant le dernier stream, j'ai eu un très gros mal de crâne qui m'a un peu empêché de faire quoi que ce soit le reste de la journée, et le lendemain aussi j'étais complètement KO. Mais là ça va beaucoup mieux. Voilà. Donc bah, plutôt pas mal. Bah normalement il vient, s'il se dépêche, il avait dit qu'il était là et puis regarde. Comme quoi on peut pas lui faire confiance. Ouais non c'était pas cool du tout. Bah peut-être qu'il viendra plus vite si tu le harcèles. Hein. Et puis, de toute façon, on va pas tarder à lancer le jeu. Je crois que j'ai fait mes annonces un peu partout. Oui, le harcèlement, c'est mal, sauf si c'est pour pousser quelqu'un à venir regarder mon stream. Dans ce cas-là, c'est complètement autorisé, c'est même encouragé. Si, je jure, les messages transmis sur ce stream sont complètement moraux. T'inquiète, TKT, bébé, trust. C'est tout ce que j'ai à dire. Bon, et bah, je vais lancer le jeu. Stronk! Et voilà! Stronk, c'est vraiment une émote de fou. Ah, mais j'ai oublié d'ajouter l'émote que je voulais... Ok, attends. Pendant qu'il y a l'introduction. Non, je pense que j'aurais pas le temps de faire... Mais il faut pas que j'oublie les mots Among Us. Alors, je vais lancer Photoshop vite fait. Assurément, ça ne va pas faire crash mon ordi. D'avoir tout ça de lancer à la fois. L'intro, c'est vraiment un banger. Hein. Ok, alors... Hop. 2 secondes, du coup je suis en pleine création rapide de l'émote. L'émote Among Us faite par Melo, qui vient des fois dans le chat. Enfin, ça n'a pas été pensé pour être une émote, mais... Coucou Eléa! Comment ça va? Bah écoute, ça va plutôt pas mal. Voilà, c'est tout ce que j'ai à dire. Excusez-moi, je suis en bricolage rapide de... d'émotes. Alors, hop. Petit PNG. Et bah gros bisous, merci à toi d'être passé, c'est très gentil. Pareillement. Gros bisous à toi, passe un bon dimanche. Ah, attendez 2 secondes. Bonjour Jordi. Hello, hello. Et bah bisous Eléa, c'était un plaisir de t'avoir. Coucou Jordi, bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Comme je vous ai dit, on va lancer très bientôt. Je suis en bricolage d'émotes rapides parce que j'ai oublié de faire ça avant le live. Voilà, streameuse en carton comme d'habitude. Faudrait qu'on ait une émote carton. Voilà, ça serait super d'avoir une émote carton, je pense. Ok, je bois. Attention. Hop. J'ai bu. Hop. Alors attendez. Je sais plus du tout comment on ajoute l'émote. Ça doit être sur Stream Elements. Un truc du genre. Oh là 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 là. C'est compliqué, hein. C'est compliqué cette affaire. Ok. Bon, j'espère que la musique répétitive ne vous donne pas envie de pleurer. Bah oui, ce serait, je sais pas, ce serait, je sais pas, juste une image de carton, je sais pas. En vrai, vous pouvez proposer, je crois qu'il doit y avoir sur le Discord... Attendez, je vous remets ça parce que je sais pas si vous êtes dessus. Il doit y avoir sur le Discord un truc de proposition, donc faut pas hésiter à proposer vos super idées, notamment pour les émotes. Bon, il y en a beaucoup que j'ai pas fait, mais tranquille. Alors, hop, overlay, voilà. Les émotes qui apparaissent, c'est super. Ah oui, aussi, je voulais vous demander, est-ce que... Bon, je sais que vu que vous êtes sur les streams, vous regardez pas forcément les VOD, mais est-ce que vous pensez que ça serait intéressant d'avoir le chat sur l'écran de jeu? Ou est-ce que... Après, c'est juste que ça prend de la place et ça veut dire qu'il y aurait des endroits du jeu que vous pourriez pas voir. Mais est-ce que vous pensez que c'est plutôt intéressant d'avoir le chat qui apparaît sur le jeu? Ou vous préférez ne pas avoir le chat et juste moi, je prends en charge le fait de lire les messages intéressants. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Je sais plus du tout comment j'avais fait les émotes. Oh là là. Ah oui, voilà. Des émotes custom, ok. Le chat en overlay transparent, c'est-à-dire... Genre où il n'y a pas de fond de chat et c'est juste le chat qui apparaît par-dessus le truc? Parce que oui, ça se fait. Oui, le petit chat, c'est un peu la mascotte de la chaîne parce que bah ça m'est déjà arrivé de montrer ma tête, mais je le fais pas forcément très souvent, donc... Alors attendez, il faut que j'upload l'image. Elle est dans le truc Twitch. Emote, et c'est... Voilà. Donc... Cette image-là, elle va apparaître si vous écrivez Among Us. Elle va apparaître si vous écrivez Sus. Et elle va apparaître si vous écrivez Amogus. Alors par contre, sans espace. Je sais pas si je peux faire Among Us avec un espace, on va voir. Ok, et normalement, j'ai save. On va voir si ça va marcher. Ouais, ok, je viens de save et en effet, ça fonctionne. Non, Hazu, ça fonctionne pas. Donc normalement, c'est... Si vous mettez Amogus, voilà, ça fonctionne. Donc c'est un petit dessin qui a été fait par Melo. Un dessin donc de... Moi, si j'étais un Amogus avec des oreilles de chat, les petits cœurs en eyeliner que je me fais, etc. Voilà. Donc big up Melo. Bienvenue sur le stream, I guess. Non, ça fonctionne pas parce que j'ai bind que pour des utilisations qui pourraient apparaître régulièrement. Ok, bon, on va switch en anglais maintenant qu'on lance le jeu. C'était une intro beaucoup trop longue. Here we go. Start. Okay. So, where we left off, we found Chihiro's body. And we started investigating with Byakuya, who is an asshole, by the way, if you didn't remember. He just left us, I guess because he was done dealing with us. And now we have to investigate on our own. I think they wanted us to go back to the crime scene. I'll admit I am a bit lost, but yeah, I think I know where it is. They wanted us to check the girls' locker room and the boys' locker room because As it turns out, it is possible for a boy to enter the girls' locker room using one of the dead girls' handbooks. And I had like a crazy theory about like channeling a person's spirit, like Genocide Jack's spirit, into someone's body, specifically Toko's. So yeah, that's kind of where we were. I hope you're having fun spamming the new emote. Ding da ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it. I'm sure of it.
Oui, ça va continuer de droite. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? It works the same as it does with Strong. If you spam it in one message, it's not going to work because it's not an actual emote on the channel. It's only like an emote I added to the overlay that lets you like make the emotes appear on stream. So if you spam like sus or Among Us multiple times in a message, it's not going to work. However, maybe if you write like Among Us and sus, it'll count for the two different things. That's something you guys can try. But yeah, it's like if you say strong, 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 it's only going to work once. But I think it does it for like every word that has been bound. So if you use them different... Yeah, exactly like this. Like if you use Among Us and sus because it's two different things in the like overlay, it works. But spamming Among Us will not make it proc multiple times, basically. That's what I understand, at least. I really like this overlay. I'm glad I did it. And yeah, I'll try and add the chat, maybe. We'll see if you guys like it better. Oh, wait, actually, maybe I can try and do that now. Surely I have the stream's chat somewhere, right? Yeah, no, okay, that's like a really big one. I mean, it's fine. I'll look into it some other time. It's okay. We don't need the chat today. I mean, it's just you guys, anyways. Oh yeah, Miss Lundenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. Yeah, okay. See, that's really interesting because Chihiro was doing something in the warehouse before she died. And we don't know exactly what it was because when we came to check on her, she like didn't really say anything. But it is really interesting. There's definitely something up with the warehouse. Though I have no idea what it is. What's it gonna be? Alright. So we have to check the locker rooms. I guess we can give this one another look. And we can talk to Best Girl, which is pretty nice. But we've seen most of this. The bloodstain. Yeah, that's things we've already seen and heard. There's a bloodstain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Okay, yeah. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. I mean, lesbians exist. Hello? The word bloodlust... Just like the other Genocide Jack cases, at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. Okay, we've seen this before. I mean, there isn't really anything interesting. I don't know if they are going to tell us anything else. Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness!
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Indeed. Generally speaking.
However,
but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. What do you mean, One Piece? What did she say? Jude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? Oh, one piece of advice. Gotcha. Do you guys know that I started reading One Piece? I mean, I say I started a little while ago, and I'm continuing, but I've been pretty slow, because I just, don't have the time that much. But yeah, I am reading One Piece. It is a lot of work, but I am doing it. I'm being forced. You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. Oh yeah, they were being sexist. I forgot about this. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. Chihiro's complex. Where did it come from? Okay, well, let's examine the body, I suppose. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. I mean, yeah, I sure hope you have your limits. I don't think you need to explore every part of her body. Yes, I am alright. I am being forced through emotional manipulation. But it's okay. I am alright. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Oh yeah, okay, so that's like an extension cord. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Yeah, it's something from the library. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack files, something's not quite right. I mean, the scissors weren't used. I mean, I suppose if it was actually Genocide Jack, they wouldn't have scissors. I mean, I don't think there are that many scissors in the school, although maybe in the warehouse. But it wouldn't be custom-made scissors. But I suppose they could find scissors, at least. So that's a bit strange. But once again, if it's channeling Genocide Jack, wouldn't be too weird for them to use whatever they can. I don't know, but I don't know, because Byakuya is right in the sense that some details weren't known by the public. But yeah, I don't know. Hi, hey, thank you. Have fun watching Valorant. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Okay. Well, he absolutely did not give us any conclusions, so if I can like look at the truth bullets, maybe I will, because I'm like still a little bit confused. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there is a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay, so we have to check the boys' locker room, the library, and see Celeste in the warehouse. But first of all, I want to review the truth bullet that we just added, which is status of the dead body. Okay, that's it? That's literally all they say. They don't even mention the fact that it's not a rope. They just say some kind of rope, even though he literally said it is not a rope. I don't really like the fact that he like came to a conclusion and told us that he did, but like didn't actually tell us what the conclusion was. I mean, I guess it is fine. It is, you know. I'm the one who needs to figure it out, but come on. This door leads out to the pool. Okay. Well, I guess we're not visiting the pool. So, boys' locker room. I think it's Byakuya who told us to do this, or maybe Makoto himself. He said it wasn't a bad idea. Truth bullet, she's dead. Yeah, seriously. Huh. This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. So what, were they like switched, the posters? Oh, wait. That reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... So what, was she killed in the boys' locker room? But then, because there was blood on the poster and like the carpet, they moved the carpet to the girls' locker room and switched the posters and assumed nobody would notice. Cause like that's one thing I said when we found her body, was that maybe she wasn't killed there, she was killed somewhere else, but the person like splattered the blood to make it look like she was killed there. Like that's kind of the same idea, I feel. That's right. There's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. The posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Who knows about the locker rooms? I mean, I guess maybe Aoi? Because she is a professional swimmer, she had a good reason to, like, hang out in the locker room, right? Yeah, and the carpet's weird here as well. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay. I don't think this is going to be anything interesting. Okay, yeah, it was not interesting. And is there anything in the pool? Probably not, right? Yeah, no. Alright. So we need to talk to Celeste, to Aoi, and visit the library. But if she was... Wait. Oh, there's still stuff I need to See here? Okay. If she was killed in the boys' locker room, it is a little strange. Like, what was she doing there? And could she possibly... Maybe... I'm... Like, what if she wanted to try and kill someone? Because I feel like she can't be this perfect, precious little princess. Just a ubu shy girl. So maybe she was trying to kill someone. I mean, though, that's kind of the same as what happened with Sayaka. So maybe not. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. You have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stains has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. No, the carpets were switched. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain to begin with. Yes, you are an uwu shy girl, and you're like a really good person, IRL, and I know it, but she is in a killing game. She is in Danganronpa. I don't think she can be trusted to be an actual uwu shy girl. Okay. And maybe he knows. No. Okay, that's the exact same thing we read earlier. Well, alright. Now we can find Hina. But I guess first the library, because we're on this floor already, so it's a lot less work. Library, warehouse, find Hina. It's the archive that we need to check. And I think it was in the box that there was the, like, extension cord. Right? The wooden box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. Okay, no. He does not care. But if it means I become a target, nope. I'll leave it where it is. Thank you very much. Yeah! It's murder time. Hello. For what you've missed today, we checked the locker rooms again. The girls one and the boys one, and we realized that the posters probably were switched and that the carpets definitely were switched. And so I theorized that she was killed in the boys' locker room. Like I said originally when we found her body, that she might have been killed elsewhere and then moved. And so I assume she was killed in the boys' locker room since everything was switched. So that's where we're at right now. And we still have more investigating to do. It's a document about the Secret Council revealing the kind of truth a commoner shouldn't go near. So I guess I'd better not. I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone! Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that... I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. The desk lamp. Byakuya grabbed that one thing from over there here and put it over there. It sure is dark over there. Okay, that's... It's... Okay, great. Yeah, very useful. It's just kind of frustrating that I check the extension cords and Makoto refuses to just stop saying that it's a rope that was used to tie up Chihiro. Huh? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. Okay, so it was switched. It's not the right extension cord. The extension cord that was used before to make the lamp work is the one that was used to tie up Chihiro, I suppose? Yeah. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. Wonder if... Okay. Well, I can probably go now. Yeah. And we still don't see where everyone is. I don't want to have to look around for Hina without knowing where she is. That is a lot of effort. I liked it better when you could see where everyone was. Okay, so Celeste, she is in the warehouse where Chihiro was right before she died, so I guess she knows something about this. Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything what might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate. I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then did you find something?
Very well. I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
Wow, she's so cold.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. The strange thing is,
There was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Okay. Well, I suppose that's it. Okay, well, now we gotta find someone in this big-ass school. It'd be perfect if she was in her room. Please, please be in your room. Please. Oh. Where is she? Where is everyone? I don't want to have to look around. The school is so big. thank God. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing?
Same as before, she won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So, I just left her there.
You left her?
My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toka's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
A donut, of course!
Of course.
There's two things I'm sure got created. Outer space and donuts.
Really?
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Oh, she was a special little snowflake. She's not like other girls. Aww.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can judge a book by its cover, right?
You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. I mean, from experience, when the girls bully you, sometimes it's just easier to be friends with boys, so maybe that's what happened with her. Like, I was like this for a bit, and it wasn't because I tried to be a special snowflake or anything, it's just the girls weren't really nice, so I ended up spending time with the guys. But, you know, like I said, I don't trust Chihiro. Okay, but nobody could tell us anything about the posters. Maybe I should have asked Hifumi. He's a perv. Maybe he went to the locker room just to check out the bathing suit model. Oh, is it trial time? Oh god.
So, I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Woo!
The class trial. You remember where to meet, right?
Uh-huh.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I'll be honest, I think I waited like for a month to play this game again. And so like for a month ago was the first class trial that we did. But it was such a long time ago. I actually do not remember how to do the class trial. And I remember it was a lot of like different gameplays, which was really interesting. I really liked it. It's just I forgot, so I might mess up this class trial pretty badly.
See yous.
But it's fine. It's okay. Who do I think murdered Chihiro now that the investigation is over? Well, let me check the truth bullets real quick. So, she was killed at 2 in the morning well, I don't think she was killed in the girls' locker room, but that's where we found her. So, I don't think it's wrong to assume that a guy killed her because, like, she was most likely killed in the guys' locker room and she did not hang out with the girls, so she might have been meeting a boy at night in the boys' locker room to like try and get stronger, maybe. Um that doesn't sound too stupid. And she could have gotten in the guys' locker room using Leon's handbook if it wasn't broken back then, but I don't know if it was. Uh like we know it's broken now, we don't know when it was broken, so unsure. I also do not know if like a dead body counts as someone? Because, like, I know you can only get inside the locker room one person at a time, each using a handbook, but I suppose a dead body doesn't count as someone, so you can probably enter with someone else if that someone else is, dead. Yeah. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I have no idea what is up with the broken handbook, honestly. Um. Okay, and who are the students? I really don't think he's the guy. I think it'd be weird if he had killed someone and then tipped us on like the investigation, like told us where to check, had told us about the dead people's handbooks. Like that would be really stupid if he was the murderer, so I don't think it's him. I also feel like it can't be honestly the only guy I feel like could be the murderer here is Hero. I don't know why, it's just vibes, and you guys know that my instincts are terrible, but like I don't know. Yeah, I think it's him. That's my guess for now. We'll see. Probably not, but that's what I think. Okay, it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Ooh boy. Here we go. Wait. Water time. I need to be hydrated for the class trial. This is a little bit stressful. By the way, if you guys in chat want to tell me like who you think it is, no explanation, so it's not like spoilers, but just like what you think, drop the name. And well, I assume Harlow that you have played the game already, but like if you want to share who you thought it was when you were first discovering, that's completely fine, because I love to know like what other people's instincts are. You know, since mine sucks so bad. You have no idea? I think it's her. She came back from the dead and killed Chihiro because she hates women. Obviously. Okay, well, nobody has any idea. Good. Oh, alright. You haven't played it. Oh, that's interesting. You never, like, wanted to try it for yourself?
Ahem, so, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toku's not here.
And Toku is...
You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding! I'm just kidding! How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time!
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie! I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I understand. When I was in middle school, I used to watch like a lot of game playthroughs because I could not afford the game or didn't have like the right, as you say, the right equipment to play them. So I totally understand. I hope you can play it yourself someday if you want to, but it's nice at least I guess it's a famous enough game that you have a lot of options to watch other people play it. That's at least good. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to go, but he forced me. I can't believe he would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible.
Phew! So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Alrighty. That murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. Okay. This time we're gonna talk to everyone. We're not going to misclick on the elevator right away.
I guess I wasn't much help at all in this one. There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it.
Yeah, she is weird as well.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up?
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe.
Okay. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? Yeah, okay. I mean, I like him. He's nice. Shall we begin?
Well,
I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. And finally, you ready? We doing this? Like, why is he sweating, bro? I mean, no, I guess it's pretty stressful, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. I forgot, but that's one big elevator right there. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Oh, really? He was murdered instead of her. That's interesting, because, like, I feel like her being the first actual victim is a really good thing, because it's, like, a big shock. Like, you expect her to be your assistant for the whole game, and, like, I definitely thought she would betray us, but, like, I thought that would happen at the end of the game, after we got to really trust her and everything. And her being the first death was just, like, really impactful, I guess. I feel like it's an interesting choice to make him be murdered first, because, like, who is this guy, you know? But okay, that's really interesting to know. Do you know a lot of Danganronpa trivia like this? Yes, I would like to save. Thank you. Okay. Well, we reviewed the truth bullets already. So I think we're all right. Yeah, I completely forgot what the skills are, though. I forgot what the class trial was like. Okay, so I can pick my skills, apparently. Well, I only have 3 skills, so I can definitely use them all. I guess I need to talk to more people, because that's how I get skills, right? No, I don't know. But yeah, okay. So, we set the skills. It did save. So, I guess we're good. I mean, I kind of wish I could just see how it works again. Because I just don't remember, dude. I do not remember how to play this part of the game. But it's fine. It's fine.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Thank you for the explanation,
Okay,
Monokuma.
then, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. I mean, I guess it's the dumbbell. Yeah. I completely forgot how to use this.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
I mean, if it's not the dumbbell, then it's just something that the murderer has gotten rid of, and there's no way we'll ever know. But I feel like it doesn't matter all that much, because, like, if it's not the dumbbell... I mean, like, this is something anyone had access to. So, yeah. I feel like it doesn't really matter, but maybe I'm crazy. Like, maybe that's to indicate that it was a strong person who used it.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
I mean, yeah. That's called investigating, Hina.
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
My god, he even has the voice of an asshole. I mean, no shade to the voice actor. It's just like the way that he speaks. So they're effectively doing a really good job. I'm not saying they sound like an asshole. I think they, as Byakuya, sound like an asshole.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Is he going to accuse us as well?
For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer.
Oh no, okay, yeah, I forgot. He's obsessed with this. I mean, I don't know. Once again, I feel like that's impossible, and the only way for it to be possible is through the ultimate psychic. I'm sorry, Billy? I am not going to read this out loud. Truly, he needs to stop talking. Like, I'm fine with having to do more voice acting if it means, like, more voice acting for other characters if it means less Byakuya time. I hope he is a murder victim at some point. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. If there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way, press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. I have no friggin' idea what this means. I completely forgot how to play the class trial, gosh. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, in which case you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Yeah, sure, fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun here. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong!
I didn't say I hope he kills someone. I said I hope he is killed. Like, I hope he is a murder victim eventually. I want him to die. Oh, you like the music? Yeah, I mean, Danganronpa has some pretty great soundtrack. I feel like the music always bangs, especially I love the one in the introduction every time you launch the game. I think it's pretty great. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What? I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
I mean, there's another explanation. If Genocide Jack isn't the culprit, it can just be someone who read the Genocide Jack file, because the public doesn't know, but obviously anyone who has read the case file knows, right? Like, now that we know, it could very well be us, for example.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
My god, shut up.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic.
Blah, 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 blah.
And
I'm
it's
going to
something that has
business
never
school.
been
Blah,
made
blah,
public.
blah, blah.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell
Blah,
them?
blah, blah, blah. I'm right-winged, blah, blah, blah. I only care about money, blah, blah, blah. Hate this guy. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it!
I mean, they just gave us the answer. I knew it, but it's like, I feel like it's really weird to say the answer right before you have to click the option. I don't know. Apparently, oh wait, no. He said it right, I don't have to read it.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, How did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Maybe they're a high-level police official.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
Why is he shaking on the left of the screen?
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Wow.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
I mean, but they did say that Genocide Jack would freak out after each killing.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? What? What? Wait, what? What is this? I forgot. I don't know what this is. Wait. Oh. I'm supposed to like form a word that has H and I in the middle? What the hell? I don't know. I don't know. It's like she has multiple personalities, but how do you say that in one word? I have absolutely no idea. Oh my god. Oh, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. I mean, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the idea. Oh, okay, you have to hit them multiple times. Okay, that's why it wouldn't work. Because I tried the S before, so I didn't understand why it worked this time. But okay, you have to...
Is it because Genocide Jack...
You have to
has a split
hit them multiple times. Okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. Next time, maybe I won't struggle as much. Okay, so yes, it was Kaizo. Yeah, it would have been nice if they had, like, told me in the little explanation part. Yeah, schizophrenia. Like, I think they might have mentioned it, but they used the word split personality when they talked about it last time we played this. So it was a bit difficult. I mean, I'm not an expert. I don't think it's the exact same thing. I mean, I don't think schizophrenia and like having multiple personalities inside your body are the same thing, but that's what they wanted. It's not my fault, right? I'm just glad I got it because I didn't want to start over. Yeah, it's not the same thing, but
I read that somewhere in the file too.
Also, hello.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it?
Oh, that's how you say it in
Associated
English?
identity
Yeah,
disorder.
I've only heard about it in French, so that's why I didn't really know what the words were, but yeah. It's like you have one that's like a system of multiple people in one body, with usually one that has control most of the time, but they like all exist in the body. And I don't think that's what schizophrenia is at all.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
But I still feel like it's a little bit easy if it's actually her, because she behaved so strangely right away. Like, it's just too easy. I mean, I kind of hope that's not what they're doing, because I mean, they could have just used, I don't know, like illness or something to, because I feel like that's a pretty bad thing. To use schizo as just a word for every mental problem. Wait, what's the reward you're talking about? I honestly have no idea what I have right now. 100k, but I don't know if I can check. I don't know what it is. No, I can't check when I'm streaming. I mean, I suppose it's the reward my best friend is saving for. Yeah, okay, well, that's been here for quite some time. If you stopped by more often, you would have noticed it earlier. It's a very expensive reward to force people to watch my stream more often. If you watched the stream more often, you could unmod yourself. Wouldn't that be super fun? The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Yeah, we saw that a couple days ago.
That's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again...
I do hope
she
she's
was
the
utterly
culprit. I
calm.
mean, that would mean I would never have to hear her speak ever again. So I'm definitely not against it.
In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can't.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared
She
of
did say
Genocide
she wasn't
Jack?
going to let him, like, be in control again. Yeah.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside
I like
her,
the class trial
of
because
killing
I
even
don't
more
have to
people.
read anything. They're doing it for me.
How?
Wait, what kind of fanfic are you writing? I mean, if it's not spoiling anything.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Because they had a deal or
Last night,
something?
just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Well, how nice of you, creating characters just to get to torture and kill them. I think I've only read like one fanfic in my entire life. But you know, if you finish it, and I mean, I was gonna say if it's good. I mean, obviously it's like difficult for someone to judge their own work, but like if you want to send it someday, and I can probably check it out. I mean, I can't promise I could read the whole thing because I have a hard time committing to big things, but like I can definitely check it out. At least the beginning. Reading fanfic stream. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that if that's something you guys would enjoy. I could do it, but I don't know anything about fanfics, so you guys would have to find the good shit for me to read, or bad stuff. I don't mind reading bad stuff. That's also completely fine. Just like you guys find what you want me to read, and I'll do it. I'm fine with it. Anything fun? Okay, yeah. Well, even if it's in a few years, I mean, I stream so rarely, and the Danganronpa games are so long that I'll probably still be streaming Danganronpa in like 5 years. So, you know, you have a lot of time in front of you. Don't worry.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
God, he really is such an asshole. I hate him. Just everyone, please take a second to appreciate how much of an asshole he is. I hope there isn't a single person here who likes him, because he's infuriating.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
God, he's so
This
mean.
is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Is that why she wanted us to talk to him, and like why she really wanted to get close to him? Because she wanted to tell him her secret?
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you already have a few characters. Sounds fun. How did you come up with the ultimate ideas? Like, did you think of the story first and figured out what the interesting skills would be? Or, like, how do you come up with it? I wonder.
But in spite of that promise,
you can't tell me in a Danganronpa Smash or Pass this would be a smash. You can't tell me that, Billy. First of all, he's like 16? So, ew. And also, ew. Well, that's fun. Honestly, I hope you know, you have fun with it, but I hope you can finish it. I'd be really interested to take a look at your fanfic once you're done. I know some people who do Danganronpa roleplay, and I mean, I think it must be really fun.
You said if I kept my promise.
Oh my god, he really is such a bitch.
That's the only reason I promised.
She just wanted to date him so
How
bad.
many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I mean, there's so many things wrong with this, but also, like, I don't think when you have the ID, you choose to let another personality take control. I don't think you have a say. I'm not an expert, but I really don't think that's how it works. I think he's being really unfair.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What
Shit.
a disappointment.
Yeah, I want to punch him as well.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person?
Okay.
You don't mean...
Toka's body suddenly lunged backwards. I can't speak. Unfortunate. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... The best character in the game, Genocide Jack, is your favorite?
Wow, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Okay. Well, from the beginning I knew there was something wrong with her.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
So there was basically like an extra student in here that we didn't know about. Ultimate murderous fiend. That's pretty fun.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know.
Yeah, why is her tongue longer? How does this work? I feel like a second personality wouldn't change your body.
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that
If she isn't the killer, does that mean that everyone's gonna have to live with someone they know to be a serial killer? Because, I mean, if she didn't kill Chihiro, they can't kill her during the class trial, or else everyone dies. But that means she'll still be living amongst them. Oh god. What an awful situation. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are
Do you
your
like
thoughts
this
on
idea? I don't think you would like to be them.
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I'm mean if they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town?
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
I mean, I don't know. I've lived pretty long without killing anyone.
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Oh, but being Genocide Jack isn't an embarrassing secret. It's like a terrible, horrible secret, but I don't think it's embarrassing. I think it's beyond that.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
I unfortunately believe her.
I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. She said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Okay, here we go. Wait, what's wrong with the dead body? I think it was like, wait. Okay, and that's how I can pause. I think what they said about the status of the dead body was that it was not a rope that was used, but like an extension cord. And what was the other thing? Completely forgot. I completely forgot. Okay, but now I'm thinking, like, I said it would be stupid for Byakuya to help us investigate and be the culprit, but what if he was the culprit and wanted to frame Genocide Jack because he knew it would be extremely easy to frame a freaking serial killer, and so he helped us so that we could find everything we needed to come to the conclusion that it was Genocide Jack and that Toko was Genocide Jack, and stopped helping us because we had everything we needed for that. Like, maybe he wanted to influence us. Maybe. I feel like that's not too stupid.
But do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Nuh-uh. No scissors were used.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Yeah, she is the expert.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders and the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases. Look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, They were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the
Though
other
I
murders.
do feel like Byakuya has enough of an attention to details that he would not have messed that up, but I don't know.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same
Like,
way
who
without
else if
fail
not him?
to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the turtle, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
She is so weird.
Please stop comparing killing people to cooking.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you'll see a clear difference. What was used to suspend her? Yeah, of course.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
If I remember correctly, Genocide Jack and Jill went up a hill is based off of a Japanese urban legend called Kuchisake Onna. I feel like I've heard of it before, but I could not tell you what that is. If you want to tell us more, go ahead. If not, I can probably try and look it up afterwards, because I'd be interested to know where this came from. You know a lot about this game.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend
I mean,
her.
but like I said, I feel like there wouldn't be enough scissors to do this in this school.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And especially not these specific scissors that were made for Genocide
And guess
Jack.
what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
And nobody could trace it back to her. That feels so
Like I said,
strange.
I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had heard about her, and she is pretty scary. I mean, I personally really don't like scary stories that they make me feel real bad, but alright. So she uses scissors. Yeah, I guess that makes sense why it's inspired from this
Listen
story.
up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
Okay, one more difference.
Word, you really didn't notice? There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as day why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
It's like the first time in her life she gets to talk about her murders. So she gets so excited to tell us what she's been trying to do. Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. I don't think that's true. But I wish it was.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
I wish it was because she was her lover.
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Yeah, we've read that before. It's all
They were
men.
all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Gosh, she's
I
crazy.
said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side
What
of
the
me
hell?
hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since
Alright.
Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, You wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get
Oh, dude, what is
clearly
wrong with
explained your
her?
hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
I mean, it would have been easy for her to just kill a man. There are multiple men in this school right now, including Makoto. Like, why didn't she try to kill us? Aren't we cute enough for her? We're not an adorable little man?
Lowly, curt.
Well, like, she had a crush on Byakuya, or at least Toku did. He was perfect. God, I wish Genocide Jack had killed Byakuya. We would have gotten rid of two of the worst characters.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
True.
That does make some amount of sense.
Yeah, I should have been on the Danganronpa writing team.
Whatever
The fans would have loved me.
I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't
Oh,
find
that's
any
what I
scissors
said. I
in the
feel so
school?
bad that I had the same idea as Hifumi. I take it back.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
She's fully
Yep, so, it's gonna be really interesting once the class trial is over. Salut Mathis!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
That's good to know, Toko.
To dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors!
Yeah, she's like, I'm a serial killer, but I have my standards, okay? I mean, I respect it. She truly loves her craft. I can understand that in a way.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dog?
I mean, like she just said though, it would make her the obvious suspect if she actually used her scissors, so she's contradicting herself a little bit, but I don't believe she did it anyways.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
She's just not the culprit for this. I wouldn't say she's innocent.
And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Byakuya. Well, he is a psychic. I feel like it wasn't stupid of me to say that he could have, but he's the only one who actually knew for sure. So that's it. He tried to frame her.
You could have found
right?
out. You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal.
Then he
police
would have
records.
known about the scissors. So it's like, was he really this sloppy?
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
Are you saying?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of
Oh, let's fucking go. We're getting rid of one of the bad characters. Let's go.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her. So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh.
Okay, shut up.
What's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspiciously? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
You actually had team spirit.
The locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody's searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. Yeah, how the fuck did he know?
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
Shut up. Of course you'd want to check out the girls' locker room.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then. What's so strange? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. I don't even know what it was. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. Ugh, it's so complicated. Okay, well... In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Then good luck and have fun.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
I hate this guy.
Absolutely take it!
When does he get killed?
Reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
But he
So,
didn't
of
know
course,
that.
I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
How do I
There
go
was no
back?
time for
I want
pointless-
to go back. That's the problem. He didn't know it was Chihiro. Can we use a real bullet on him? God, I wish. I fucking wish. Wait, how do you go back though? Well, it's fine. I think it just loops, so we can just see what they have to say.
What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
He's so yucky. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there is a clear contradiction there, because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So,
Yeah.
you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity,
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The
How does it
victim
work?
was Chihiro.
Like
who
this,
was a
right?
girl.
Yes.
So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless.
what's so strange? Wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
What? Oh, is it the other way around? Like I have to use before we found on the victim was Chihiro? Okay.
Shoot!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
If that's what happened, it's so unfair.
That's a natural.
The victim was Chihiro.
Come on, it worked! It worked the other way around as well.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer.
She
I
looks so
must admit.
shocked.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Okay. He's challenging him. He's like, yeah, okay. Actually prove them that I did it. Like, he's so confident. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Yeah, I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do
What's
with
the
him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about
Oh, my girl.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The extension cord? The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be? And the only thing I can see is the extension cord, but anyone could have gone to the library and taken it. So I feel like it's not actually solid evidence.
You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But
That's probably where we have to use it.
It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No!
Lies. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen
Yeah,
it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Mm-hmm.
An extension cord?
Oh, yeah! We can make a bonfire, and we place Stoko, Byakuya, and Hifumi in there. Oh my god, that's such a great idea.
Byakuya,
Yeah,
you
if
used the extension
I
cord in
was
the
in
library
Hope's
more
Peak
than
Academy,
once,
the
haven't
first 3 murders would have been these guys, and I wouldn't even care. Honestly, I don't think people would blame me during the class trial. That'd be like, honestly, you know, Fair would have done the same. Yeah, we can make s'mores. It's the first time in their life that'd be useful.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine
There's a
any
lot
other
you can't
possibility.
imagine, Taka.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion
Remember,
is
it's the
something
dude
like this?
who said studying was his hobby, and when we told him to think about something else, all he could think of was more studying, like studying movies.
I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack
He
was
does!
behind it.
Like I said, he's fresh out of business school and he's a right-winger.
Is that about right?
I mean, to be completely honest, if there was like no pressure, if a mistake couldn't ruin your life forever, I think I could actually enjoy doing taxes because I just like filling forms and stuff. But there's way too much pressure, so taxes aren't actually fun. And you're forced to do them, that doesn't help either. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
So he's the mastermind behind it, but he didn't actually do it with his own 2
Hell
hands?
yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
Why would he be so calm? Because if they get it wrong, and they decide to execute him, he loses as well, because everyone but the one who did it dies, so he should be bothered, even if he didn't do it. and they're wrong. It's not just the people who get it wrong who die, it's also the person who was accused.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Thank you for reminding me to drink. Also, hi! Okay. Water has been drunk.
What about all that bothers you?
Wait. Oh, I just destroyed one of my fidget toys, unfortunate. Water has been strunk. Hello! I hope you're doing good and that you're having fun. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. That's not where she was killed.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
But that is not true.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Well, for someone who thinks so highly of himself and his intellect, he surely is stupid.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
I may have terrible instincts when it comes to figuring out who the killer is gonna be, but I called this instantly, and I'm really proud of myself for that.
With the rest of the murder scene.
Rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker room. Right?
Shoot!
What? Why is that not the right one? I mean, the disappearing stain is the proof that the carpet was moved. Fine, then the posters, but like... Oh, it's carpet. Okay, it's not the stain, it's the carpet. It's two different bullets. Oopsies! Ugh. Okay, so it is the posters. We have so many. It's like Ace Attorney all over again.
I got it.
Okay.
The proof that she was killed
I need
somewhere else
the right
is
order,
the
sorry.
poster that's hanging in each locker room.
But like that's the only thing we couldn't actually confirm. Like we could confirm that the carpets were switched because of the stain, but we could never confirm the posters because Sakura said she wasn't paying attention to the posters and she had no idea.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker, a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Once again, lesbians exist.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jug zippers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I know. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Okay, so... Yeah, it has to be this one.
I got it!
Okay.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Wait, how did he show them? How did he do that? Did he take pictures or did he bring the freaking carpet with him? I mean, when I was 15, some people in my class were drinking coffee. I don't like coffee personally, but I'm not shocked that 15-year-olds drink coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
Because there was blood on it, obviously.
From one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing
Now, that's something I don't actually know.
Huh?
Why they
Why
want
would
to
they go through all that trouble
switch the scene of the crime, yeah.
An even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room?
So that's probably using Leon's handbook, as we said. And like I said earlier, maybe she met someone in the boys' locker room because she was only friendly with the boys and not the girls. And so that's why she was like doing it at night and didn't want anyone to find out. So she got in the boys' locker room using Leon's handbook, probably. And so maybe they switched it so that people would assume a girl had killed her.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Is it really frowned upon in most places? Because I genuinely feel like, at least if you're a high schooler, people don't really care if you drink coffee. Like 12 probably is a bit early, at least here in France. But I feel like a 15-year-old saying they drink coffee is like, maybe older people will be a little bit surprised, but they'd be like, yeah, okay. But I mean, once again, in France, you like start drinking alcohol when you're fairly young, so I don't think we should be taken as an example.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Wait, why does this guy know about
I
it?
highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Yes, but my question is, how does Hiro know?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
How does he know?
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
But we don't know when it was broken. That's the problem, though. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's why they wouldn't notice it. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for the info.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess That'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone
Now
else's
we know it
handbook?
doesn't apply when the
Actually,
person's
rule
dead.
states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills.
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
I don't think
It seems
that
like
is
there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
No, I think
So I guess
the
so.
boys' locker room was definitely the scene of the crime.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
No, don't do this. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Oh, best girl saving the day once
I
again.
agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Okay, I'll drink water. Don't do it too often, because I'm near the end of the water bottle. Okay. Oh, is she really? I mean, she's definitely my love interest. She's the best girl. She is perfect in every way.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all
We're
to come
allowed
see
to do
something.
this?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Pick a voice, okay? Well... Which voice do you want? The voice of Monokuma. Oh god, you want to kill me! That voice completely destroys my vocal cords. Okay, well, I'll do it. How long is it supposed to last? Like, is it 5 minutes? If it hurts too much, I might stop before that. I apologize, but it's just that Monokuma's voice is really rough on my vocal cords, but I'll try my best. Okay, the 5 minutes begin now. Wait.
For real?
Okay, no. They are still, talking for me, so I'll begin the 5 minutes when they stop doing the voice acting. You know, so you don't get robbed. Hey, thank you for following!
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet
Stop
your
making me
lofty
drink! Oh my
expectations.
god,
So, shall we
Jordy!
go?
Here, I'm all out of water. I hope you're happy. I'll have to go refill the water bottle. Okay. I wanted to finish the trial today, so I'll keep going even though it's been 2 hours already. Okay, Monokuma voice starts now.
So, before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was...
girls' locker room?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched
Oh.
this place top to bottom.
They're doing it
What are you trying
again.
to pull, Missy?
Hey, that's so rude. They don't want you to get your money's worth. Aww. Well,
like
I
you to examine
paused
the
the
victim's
timer,
body
so
one
you're
more
not
time.
getting robbed, but it's supposed to be like 5 minutes in a row. Okay, you know what? I'll do the double voice acting. It's fine. It's okay. I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. You want to check it again?
Be
sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way. It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well.
Very well. I'll do it. It hurts so much.
You shouldn't have to touch a dead body.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it. The answer is 2002.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
So just leave this to me.
So just leave this to me. Sakura?
What is this?
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? She is so fucking weird. That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay.
Okay, here I go.
I'm
sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion. Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe it will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body?
Her entire body?
I
know you say that, but...
What?
What?
This
is... What is this? Wah!
What is it?
Is she a trans girl, perhaps? And the e-handbook isn't... Like, it doesn't say her actual gender, but her assigned gender at birth? What is it? Not possible. It's not possible. Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled. This girl is...
Is what?
Is what?
Is a boy.
Is a boy.
I
I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact. What does he mean, confirming? What?
You're joking, right?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
I wouldn't joke about this. Then it's really true? Chihiro was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy. But then, he was a cross-dresser? Now I'm really on fire. I wish I had killed him.
So that's what Kyoko wanted.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Much more exciting.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, it feels so weird. Because I have to use this stupid voice. So, you're saying he's a cisgender boy? But he was only wearing girls' clothes because people were bullying him, but he never felt like a girl. I mean, I guess that's a little bit better than just them being a little bit transphobic. So, yeah.
Now
let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Yeah, I think if that's true, that's like a lot better than the game being a bit transphobic, because I'd be pretty uncomfortable with that.
But I guess it's also up to interpretation. Like, some people might believe, that, you know, they're trans or non-binary. So that's interesting as well. Like, it allows representation. Okay. The 5 minutes have passed, so I can now talk normally again. It destroyed my vocal cords. It freaking hurts. No, I feel like this was fair. Like, it's 5 minutes of the game, and I used the Monokuma voice most of the time, and I even paused when I wasn't doing it. You know, I think this was fair. Okay, I will be right back. I have to fill my water bottle. So, yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I have water. I am drinking the water. No, I don't lie. Look, I'm really fair with the point rewards. I always do it and try to make sure you guys get the most of it. And you're bullying me, so I think I'm being really nice by being so fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's an interesting topic, the toxic masculinity. I didn't know that was the title of the chapter. Like, that's really interesting. But also, some people might see as LGBT rap, which is also interesting. But I think it's a better story to make it about toxic masculinity because of how they're talking about it. Like, it would be transphobic if it wasn't, but because it's not a trans character, then it's fine, I suppose. Yeah. No, I don't lie! Okay, class trial. We're finishing this today, guys.
Revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the
So
fact
that's
is,
where his complex
Chihiro
came
was
from.
Not a girl, but a boy.
Is it like a gender-neutral name in Japanese? Because the only Chihiro I know is from the Miyazaki movie. So to me it's a girl's name, but I don't know, I'm not Japanese. To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, the thought had never even crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Yeah.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial
Yeah,
assertion.
he was killed in the guy's locker room.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved, and the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Yeah, and once again, I feel like you probably can drag a dead body with you and it doesn't count as another person.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
What are they talking about?
So now everything has been connected. all the mysteries have finally...
They're all so weird.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Okay, and how do you know this? Like, was it said in interviews or... Because obviously Chihiro never talks about it in the game because, well, he's dead. So I wonder where he get all this information.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that
I
made
don't
Chihiro's
fucking
death
know.
look like Genocide Jack did it.
Oh, okay, past trial, alright.
But I think he might not actually be the killer after
Ugh.
all.
So we're not getting rid of Toko or Byakuya. Please end
You were
me.
the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Ugh.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it?
As I
Like
say, he wouldn't be
consciously
so
chose to use
sloppy.
the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Oh, okay.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete. It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Okay, you are not a teacher. Shut the fuck up.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Oh, he's so infuriating.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Because even if he wanted to frame Genocide Jack, like, he knows that would bring everyone to their death. So maybe his goal was to make us think it was Genocide Jack so he could reveal it to everyone and he'd be believed by everyone because Toko would be, like, completely cornered and would have no choice but to reveal her secret, I suppose. But he knew that we wouldn't actually make the mistake to vote for her.
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, it was a guy.
I don't think I can say for sure.
Since
without
Leon's
talking
handbook
about
was
it a little
broken.
more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
These guys seem to often
Because
forget
if
that
we're
their
wrong,
lives are on the line.
We all die here.
Except Kyoko, my girl.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. Oh, God. Oh, drinking again. Okay. Well,
If I streamed every day, I'd never be dehydrated ever again. Okay, well, apology accepted. Now I am fully hydrated. I'm good to go. My voice is a lot better. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy. I got that. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get it. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. We know it's not Byakuya, we know it's not Makoto. That only leaves like 3 or 4 people. That's still not enough, I need to find more clues. I complain because you guys like bully me with the channel point rewards, but I'm really happy you're using them. I think it's pretty fun.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Mondo is awfully quiet.
Someone saw the victim at some point.
I don't want it to be him because I like the guy.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Oops.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, what's wrong? I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand better the story behind Chihiro.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about
Makoto? She's so European.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
Yeah, this guy's like a broken record.
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him.
No, I said someone was waiting for him. Let's go.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times.
I mean, I guess it makes sense that he would decline because they didn't know he was a boy. And so he could not have entered the girls' locker room with them.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friend!
Ugh, stop
The
it.
point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
I do?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Yeah, talking is all we've been doing, girl.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket we
Big
took.
brain time. Yes. Yes, the killer is the murderer of Chihiro. Thank you for the answer. Hey, you're not allowed to spoil in my chat, by the way. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Dude, I don't know. Stop saying you know who the killer is. I
First
do
of all,
not.
We know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he said just now is really odd. How did he know something like that? Okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro
Someone
was
mentioned
headed.
blue
He was
tracksuit.
on his way to go exercise.
Probably. That's the only thing they
So
wouldn't
next we have to ask,
know.
why did he choose
Because
the
only Celeste
specific
has seen
tracksuit
it.
that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue
Okay.
tracksuit?
So it has to be him. I didn't want it to be him
Hold on a
though.
second, Mondo.
Because it's
What
like
did you just say?
it feels too easy that the delinquent guy, the delinquent type, would be a killer. I feel like it would have been a lot better if it wasn't him. If he was just a nice guy. I don't know. That just feels a little disappointing. Because, like, when earlier Harlow asked who I thought was the killer, the reason why I didn't say Mondo was because I didn't want to believe it was him, precisely because I thought it wouldn't be, like, satisfying if it was the delinquent type, you know? Like, it's the same as if it had been Toko, it's just too easy. So, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it has to be him, because Celeste never says the color of the tracksuit. We know it because we see the picture, but only she knows. Well, even if the, like, theme is this, like, even if the reason when analyzing why it's him is that they picked him because it's, like, masculinity and everything, I just feel like it would have been better if they had made another character be more masculine and someone who isn't a criminal, just because, I don't know, like, it feels too easy to make the criminal an actual criminal, you know? But like, I guess it makes sense thematically. I just, it's like making. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's just, yeah, it's something I've been saying like from the start.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assume he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
This is a bit disappointing. Like, he should have just been a good guy.
Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Well, because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Oh, yeah, he feels betrayed by his bro.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
I wonder what his secret was that he was ready to kill to protect it. Truly, but I did say that he was awfully quiet. Like, that was a bit strange. And he should have continued being weirdly quiet.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
In general, I think a lot of the characters would greatly benefit from shutting up more often, especially Byakuya, Hifumi, and Toko.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, it was in a duffel bag.
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony.
Yeah.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all
She is
one
so
big
smart.
bluff, wasn't it?
My girl truly
Your
is the
true
best.
intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why?
She
What
should
made you so
tell us about her suspicions. Stop playing
That's a good
solo.
question.
Because I hate him, obviously. I mean, he's not usually so quiet.
There was a certain turning point that ticked me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Does
you
he?
only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something with
You noticed
I absolutely did not. Dude, she's so... She's the best.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Yeah.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Well, they executed this really well because I do hate all of these, like, negative stereotypes that are Hifumi, Toko, and Byakuya. So yeah, they nailed it. Good job.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. That was a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of lead.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Oh, he's
Your
insufferable.
confidence, just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... I mean, Chihiro. It was
You know
missing.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well,
Who's
that's
Mr.
what I was
Corn?
hoping, but it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But Monokuma said it wasn't possible to break it. Why'd you call Mondo Mr. Corn?
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Ah, okay, yeah. The way his hair looks. Do you mean it like in French? Like horn? One singular weak point to the handbooks. Yes, he did say that, but he did not tell us what that was. Oh no, you do mean corn. You think it looks like corn? Wait, I need to check then, because I don't remember what it actually looks like. Okay, you're kind of right. It kind of looks like corn indeed. Or okay, yeah. I mean, he does have strange hair. Yeah, so yeah, Monokuma said there was one singular weak point to the handbooks, but he did not say what it was, and I don't know how the killer figured it out.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? There's only one possible explanation. Weak point!
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe
I mean, I don't, but my chat
I never
does.
told anyone what the weak point actually was.
Yeah, he does look like that one character in JoJo's.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession...
So someone figured out what the weak point was?
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its
Yeah.
weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
He's still angry.
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
That's true.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a
Pinky
special
promise.
announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
Huh. But so... when they were in the sauna with, like, it was Mondo and Taka, they stayed in the sauna for really, really long together. However, Taka left his clothes outside and Mondo didn't. So, Mondo must have taken Leon's handbook with him because Leon's handbook is broken, and I mean, I don't think Leon would have stayed in the sauna fully clothed for really long. For what we know, only Mondo did that with all of his clothes on. And so that means he... Oh, okay, well, I drink and I finished that later. Well, I mean, Leon could have done it, like, before he died. Like, Leon could have gone in the sauna and everything, but I think we would have known if his handbook had broken before he died. So yeah, I guess Mondo took Leon's handbook instead of his own, at least for the time he was in the sauna, but like, what was the plan? Was the plan to... Because, like, I suppose they get punished if their handbooks is destroyed? So was the plan to have Taka get killed by Monokuma because he destroys his handbook? I don't know. But I mean, it must be the sauna, because otherwise why would they have shown it to us? It's like the only place with very high temperatures that we know of. Unless maybe in the, like, garbage disposal room?
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying
Ah,
on the
yeah,
floor of the
it is the
sauna.
sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin,
I'm not reading the message. You shouldn't spoil before we're done with the trial. I don't know exactly what went on. I'm just, like, making theories as I go, but you shouldn't confirm or deny what I say if we haven't discovered it. I mean, it's fine because I suppose it's an honest mistake, but yeah, don't spoil until we're done. Like, it's totally fine if you want to explain after the trial, but please don't do it before.
that layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna...
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. I've been to a sauna before, and I didn't know how it worked, so I'm glad I know.
Then the killer must have been purposely
Does
trying
a
to
hammer
raise its
work the same
temperature
way?
in order to break it.
Well, I know it wasn't made by the same people, but like in Zero Escape, they also spend a lot of time explaining to you like the scientific facts behind what they're talking about. And Danganronpa is inspired by Zero Escape, so I've I feel like it makes sense for it to go in the same direction regarding scientific facts.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Well, so he found out when he was in the sauna with Taka on accident. He had Leon's handbook on him for whatever reason. Lucky for him, because that means his own handbook didn't break.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their...
I might know someone who did.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... this guy.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the game sometimes makes it way too easy for you.
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Hate to break it to you, Taka, but your friend's a murderer.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
He says, remember, we were the only one watching them. They asked us to watch and determine who was the winner.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of doubt. Did I?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah, okay, Mondo has Leon's
Let's
handbook.
test Makoto's assertion.
Because
If
we
what he
don't
says
know
is
for
correct,
sure it's Leon's
then Mondo,
handbook.
You broke your own handbook.
We thought it was Leon's handbook because
In
we
other words,
found it
if Mondo's
next to
handbook is actually
Junko's
broken,
and Sayaka's,
that
but we
proves
don't know,
that what
so I
Makoto
guess
says
that
is
works
right.
as well.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
But I don't know where I'm supposed to use this.
See?
Like, how do I prove it? I guess I have to use broken e-handbook.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
And I guess I have to use it
Let's
on...
test Makoto. If what he said you broke your own, in other words, if not, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn
this
handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I mean, it's fine, you're good. I believe it was an honest mistake.
Let's test Makoto. If what he says you broke your own, in other words, if Mondo's, then that
The white
proves
noise is
that
truly
what
annoying.
Makoto said is
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Jordy, stop making me drink
Let's
water.
test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, You broke your own handbook.
In other words,
Yes,
if
I am!
Mondo's
Stop making
handbook
fun of
is
me! I'm
actually
trying my
broken,
best!
Then that proves that what Makoto said is
Everyone's so
right.
mean to
Well, my
me!
goddamn handbook works just...
Okay, I got it this time.
Mondo.
It's
the
because I
handbook you
wasn't
have right now.
properly
Is it
hydrated.
really
I
yours?
feel a lot better now.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
I mean, it works
I think he
since
took
he
Leon's
can
handbook
borrow
and replaced
Leon's
it with his
handbook,
own.
and Leon is
After
also
all,
a guy.
Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Yeah, and if they're dead, they can't really be punished.
Kind of a gray area, I admit. But
Mostly,
no
like,
worries. If
you-
anything, it just makes things
Even
more
if you consider it to be against the rules, what are you going to do? Kill them another time? I
decree
mean,
that
it's
exchanging
been done already.
handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Yeah, I also believe that if you steal it from someone, it's not technically loaning, and so it would work as well, but I don't think Monokuma is considering the word loaning as the loophole. I think for him it's mostly what he said about, like, them being dead makes it so that they can't really loan it. But, like, once again, even if they did, even if they accidentally broke the rules after they passed, what are you gonna do?
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
Yeah, bro.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become
Yay!
clear.
It's comic book
And we'll-
time! Alrighty. I don't know how this works. I forgot. Oh yeah, it's from the right. Because this is Japan. Okay, so here's Chihiro putting the jacket in the duffel bag, and Celeste sees him. And he's like, whoopsie. And she inquires about it. And Chihiro's like, no, bye. Okay, then he gets to the door and enters the boys' locker room. Though, do we have to, like, show him using the handbook? I mean, probably, right? And so then he goes in. Okay. Hello, friend. I am here to work out. And then what happens? They're like, yeah. They take this and kill their friend. And mean, what is this? Is this the door to the sauna? I don't know. There's blood everywhere, I guess. Oh no, what have I done? My friend is dead. Whoopsies. Then they're doing this. Moving the body. And this is a bit tough. Man, I don't know. Like, I guess you gotta show the door to the girls' locker room? But why is this the exact same thing? Like, why would it exist twice? I don't know. Okay, so they place him in the girls' locker room. And they're like, okay, well, I switched it, good. And then no, what's his name? Byakuya enters, finds him, and he's like, hey, I know what I'm going to do. So he gets this. He does this weird thing. And writes Bloodlust. And that's great. Okay, and then Mondo takes the handbook, throws it inside, and no. Goes to the sauna, throws the handbook inside, and then closes the door, and it's gone forever. Or do you have to place it? No, because, like, that's the same thing that was here. I think the door's better. Right, because showing the handbook twice would not make a lot of sense. I mean, you know, I started this shit, let me tell you. You shouldn't show the exact same thing twice on the same page. I know this. I started it. And I got my degree, so... first you show where it happens, then you show what happens. And this is a key element. I mean, I feel like the Byakuya part has to be it. Can't be anything else, so at least we know that that's correct. This part... Okay, maybe this goes here, and this goes here. So what would this look like? Celeste sees Chihiro. She inquires about what it is that he's doing. He runs away and gets inside the boys' locker room using his own handbook. Sees his friend. His friend gets the dumbbell and kills him. There's blood everywhere. He freaks out. He's like, I gotta do something about it. So he takes the carpet, he takes the poster, he gets inside the girls' locker room, switches the poster and the carpet and places the body there, and leaves with everything perfectly swept. Byakuya enters, finds the body, gets the extension cord, frames Genocide Jack. Meanwhile, Mondo goes to the sauna and throws the handbook. I mean, that looks good, right? Because I don't know how to use these two. And I mean, but this does look like the... But it's like, it's the exact same thing as you see here. Why would it be there twice? I feel like that's just stupid.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Why isn't she saying anything?
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room.
Why is he still saying she?
But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
This is just so cool. I love this part.
On the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why
what is the secret he so badly wanted to protect?
First, pulling up the blood, then
I hope they
removing the
tell
bloody
us.
Poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Yeah.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to...
Why did he do this? What was the plan?
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. he used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Ah! Okay, well then it has to be this?
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, we don't have to do everything again.
That
That's like so stupid, showing the same thing twice. I mean, whatever. Drinking again? Okay, well, I finished my second water bottle. Please don't do it anymore. Oh, it's the e-handbook short-circuiting. Okay, well, I did not get that. I feel like it wasn't very clear. They could have shown it. They could have showed it different. Okay, fine. I'll go get some more water. You guys are the worst. How many times did I drink? I think like maybe 8. Because I usually drink like 4 to 5 times to finish a water bottle. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Now, I'm drinking for Wonder Value's reward. Yeah, well, I am very well hydrated. I also cannot wait for the bathroom break. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, I hope you had fun being with us. Have a nice rest of your day. I don't know if you have a lot left or not, but I hope you enjoy it.
The killer, having already there, they plan.
Okay.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Uh-oh.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Mr. Corn.
Wait. No. This can't be right.
Not your bro.
Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Okay, please let this be the end. It's been 3 hours. I need this to be over. You ship Taka and Mondo? Yeah, honestly, I see it. They're taking the bromance a little bit too far. Rhythm game? Oh shit! I forgot how to play this. I can push what now? I don't want to know what they did in that sauna. One of them was naked, so... I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I'm saying it's no longer bromance.
Show me some evidence.
The fuck am I supposed to do? Wait, what?
Listen. I refute you.
That's so fucking tough.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
What the fuck?
I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Oh, left and right. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I won't listen. False.
Look, I should be allowed to start over. Like I said, the last time I played the trial was like for a month ago. I completely forgot how this happened. Like, what are you supposed to do? Wait, no, wait, what?
I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt.
Okay, it's a good thing I'm dead. We can start over. No, 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 no. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yes, of course. But they're really stupid if as soon as I fail, they vote for me. Like, I think it's pretty clear who is the killer by now. Okay. So what? It's left and right.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Okay.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Is this working? I can't tell.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
The fuck?
I won't listen. False. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Yeah, I guess it worked. I don't know, I was just looking at the little dots.
Thinking so far is right. Mondo must have replaced.
This is my favorite part of the trial.
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Please, please, before you die, tell me what your secret was. I just want to know what the secret was. Wow, they were a bit harsh. Money! Bro! Bro!
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
I liked him!
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Surprising.
What?
Ha-ha! This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone. Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Oh no, please don't be the one talking.
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
I'm weak. Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me.
Yeah, but sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Yeah, it is so cute and absolutely not annoying at all for everyone involved. I am really sorry you have to listen to this for so long, and I am deeply sorry I have to make this voice for so long.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. I don't think Chihiro is the one saying this.
So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because...
Ah, salut Jukin! Ça va? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... please stop making me drink. No, he's not a hero! I swear, I'll just make these more expensive. I cannot take it anymore. He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Yes, I am a little bit too hydrated, unfortunately. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it, after all. I would drink, just not as much. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you that embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
I do like water. I just don't like having to go to the bathroom while I'm streaming.
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother.
Holy shit! He did what now?
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daiwa Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the stereotyped kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang.
You guys just hate me. That's all there is to it. It's just straight up bullying. I'm gonna end up throwing up because of how much water I've been drinking. I like water, but this is a bit much.
And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country.
Shut up, Jordy.
Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo.
I priced the hydrate points at only 100 because I didn't want people to be punished for being nice to me and reminding me to drink. And I thought that if it was only 100, they could do it without fearing to be like completely broke. And also, when I priced this, I would stream like twice a year. So it didn't really matter. Because, like, I would never stream, so it could never backfire. Now it's backfiring a lot, and I will change the pricing real soon, because I can't take it anymore. Honestly, I think I might even have asked Jordy for his opinion on the pricing. So maybe that was his plan all along, to just bully me.
In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul.
Okay, I will read this out loud, because chat doesn't appear on the screen. The redeem I'm about to redeem is for everyone except Hazu. She's had enough water, so I do not have to drink for this hydrate. Thank you very much, Harlow. You're the only nice person in my chat. I really appreciate. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much. I have no idea. You know what? Hey, I'm glad I don't have to see you every day this year. Take this. It's a lie. I am sad I don't get to see you every day. But also, I'm gonna be hating you for like 30 seconds. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad.
Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top.
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck.
Is this Crazy Diamond? I wonder why. I sure do.
The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
Yes, and I do wonder why that is the name of the guy with this haircuts gang. He is not bullied by me. I am a very nice friend, mind you. Well, okay, I mean, he didn't actually kill his brother. It was an accident.
Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
I mean, never, yeah, he had like 10 seconds to blame him, so... Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team, you and me put together. It's a promise between men.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed.
Oh, that's not a good thing to think.
explanation for what happened, Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
just...
strong. Strong, 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 strong. And yet... Oh, wait, no.
And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized... No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secret. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why. That's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and I just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there he told me a secret. Seriously? Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
'Cause I mean, you've kept that a secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
What?
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had, so I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
What did you have to tell me all that? Or trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong, I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. He's very strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a
And
bitch.
stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. Okay. You're banning this word for 5 minutes. Let me start the timer, but I mean, I am really hoping that the stream ends soon. That's all I will say, so... Yeah, it's probably useless because he's done. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey!
I killed him.
I killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
I killed Chihiro.
Even after all
Oh,
this
okay,
time,
he's just talking.
I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. Well, I mean, no, it was It was not in cold blood.
Look at him! You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you!
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing? Yeah, maybe he's gonna die, dude. You mean execution?
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
Oh, please let me be done. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's
punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
What is going to happen to him? He's gonna be, like, dragged by a motorcycle? Huh? This does not look fun. What? What exactly happened to him?
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
He melted and was turned into butter? That's kind of disgusting. I mean, I'm glad we didn't actually see it. Oh, that's yucky. I wonder if that hurt more than Leon's death. It can't be! My brother! Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. A stack of sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Yakuya?
What is this?
Ah, it's over. Well, congrats on the useless banned word, Jordy.
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
Oh wait, wrong voice was fine. So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
Well,
done.
I don't particularly care. Please continue. Oh, okay, best execution? Well, I can't wait to see that. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become Blackhand, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma. Please shut up! It's been nearly 4 hours of stream. Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm up next?
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
And do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating.
I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the
Mean. Good grief! I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone at the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me? I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up! I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
Oh, so cool! It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Tamper, sounds like someone needs a nap.
Oh, please free me. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship. It felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. We're done?
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster.
What is he talking
There won't
about?
be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
So he's talking about Sayaka trying to do something, and someone else is supposed to be the first one to like trigger everything?
Well, nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
I guess, because that's the only girl who at least tried and killed someone. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean. What?
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace
So
in the
one of
hole.
us is working with Monokuma.
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Okay. Boy's Life of Despair. The end! Yippee! We finished! It only took us 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9... I guess 10 people left? Alright! Yes, we are definitely saving. And we'll stop here for today. Yeah, Alt F4, so nothing else happens. Yeah, no, we are done here. You guys made me drink way too much water. I am in pain, so I will stop now. We might start chapter 3 next week, probably, but I'm glad we were able to do the full trial today. As usual, thanks everyone for hanging out. It was really fun, and it makes me really happy that you all seem to have a good time and to see you active in chat. That truly means a lot, even though you're kind of bullying me, but I appreciate it. Well, have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone!